This episode is brought to you by Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+. Rated TV MALV. Viewer discretion advised. Maya Lopez has betrayed her mentor, the notorious Kingpin. Now on the run, she returns to her hometown to prepare for the biggest fight of her life. Don't miss Marvel Studios' hardest-hitting series yet. An epic 5-episode event. Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Experiences are what people love the most about travel. Viator is a website and app where you can book travel experiences like hiking Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania or enjoying the views while cruising on a catamaran in the Caribbean. They offer everything from simple tours to extreme adventures. With over 300,000 bookable experiences in 190 countries, there's something for everyone. Plus, Viator's travel experiences have millions of real traveler reviews, so you have the information you need to book the best activities for your trip. When you book a travel experience with Viator, there's always flexibility and support with free cancellation, payment options, and 24/7 service. Download the Viator app now and use code Viator10. That's Viator 10 for 10% off your first booking in the app. One app, over 300,000 travel experiences you'll remember. Do more with Viator.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
exclusive merch.
Exclusive merch. You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows, but also bonus episodes each month. But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
Because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/BloodyHappyHour.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this is your Bloody Happy Hour. Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
Oh, this is Caroline.
This is Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, good. What are you drinking?
Oh,
Water?
yeah.
We did have a long night last night. We had a
dirty Chad night.
Yeah, we had a dirty Chad night. For those of you who don't know, we are doing a separate podcast called Dirty Chad, which is based on my ex-husband. And
is Caroline. That's Caroline talking.
Yeah, that was me. And while we are in the process of releasing it, we're also in the process of researching it, which it's just putting it together.
Yeah.
It's putting my ADHD brain together into pieces. So we've been talking to a lot of people, and they have a lot of information.
Yes.
So it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Hopefully we can figure out how to put it together, but it's a lot and it's good.
Yeah. We'll have an episode come out here
I was
pretty soon.
Meaning to say, what are you drinking? And then I went and I just started talking.
Yeah, what are you drinking? I'm drinking water.
I have Gatorade and a little bit of vodka with a giant straw.
There you go. I'll start drinking when I get home.
Okay.
So, if you're new to Bloody Happy Hour, on Thursdays we do our full episodes.
Yeah.
So, if you pull an episode and it's titled Quickie, those are our Tuesday episodes. That's where we give you what's going on in the news, some articles that maybe catch our stories that catch our eyes, and we follow up if there's been some updates. If you're on Patreon, we'll drop a bonus episode a couple times a month on our Patreon. So you can go to, what is it? Bloody Happy Hour /Patreon? Or Patreon /Bloody Happy Hour.
Patreon.com/Bloody Happy Hour.
And you can subscribe. That is where Dirty Chad is at and will continue to go. And you'll get bonus episodes. Also, you won't get all of these commercials that are going to come on in a minute. So there is that.
So Dirty Chad could actually subscribe and listen.
Yeah, he could, actually.
Yeah.
We'll send him the link.
Yeah.
So, Caroline, we haven't done one of these in a while, and I know you hate them.
Oh, gosh. It's either a suicide.
No.
Something about pets or dogs.
No. It's Unsolved.
Yeah, I do.
So.
But they need to be told.
Yes.
So I'm okay with it, but as long as it doesn't involve... I think what I get real mad about is the people who go on these killing sprees and they kill themselves because you're like...
Yeah.
No justice.
Well, Unsolved is just frustrating because there's no finish at the end.
Yeah, it's like you've... Exactly.
You got to think
don't
about it
finish,
forever.
and you never want to not finish.
Speaking of...
Not finished?
Been in the news recently is Jelani Day's story. So Jelani Day is the story that we did when we did the WTF month.
Yeah.
And he went missing around the same time Gabby Petito went missing, and Gabby Petito blew up. And so we did that story, and I think it's whatever year that happened. So it's probably like year 2. And his mom has just been putting on the Jelani Day page that still no answers. She still cannot get any help from the police.
What?
Still? And nothing.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, nothing. They won't even really recognize that anything has happened. So go back and listen to that episode if you don't know the Jelani Day episode. But this time we're going to go to Ohio. And this involves a concert.
What, Ohio?
We're going to go, it's Cleveland-ish, but we're actually Fremont, the guys from Fremont, Ohio. Okay, so Caroline, have you ever been to a Jason Aldean concert?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay. So
I
so
actually
have I.
do like Jason Aldean. Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I've went to a Jason Aldean concert years ago.
Yep.
And after you hear this, you may not ever want to go to one again.
Oh, no.
And it has nothing to do with small town. Nothing to do with a small town. So, and it has nothing to do with the Vegas shooting either. That was too a Jason Aldean concert.
That was.
So in 2017, at Mandalay Bay, we kind of talked about that because you went there. You went to the room.
Absolutely, I did. Catherine and I.
Where the shooter had all these guns and shot 60 people. That was a Jason Aldean concert. But this is another one, and I just stumbled on this story listening to Going West podcast just earlier this week. So let's go to 2014. It's July, and we're in Ohio. But we're going to talk about a guy named Cory Barron. Now, Cory was born April 28th, 1992 in Fremont, Ohio. He had one sister, one brother. He loved music. He loved sports and all of his hometown sports. So he was a whatever sports are in Ohio.
Whatever sports are?
Whatever sports are in Ohio.
Oh.
Teams.
Yeah.
So who is that? Who's LeBron pay for? Is that Cleveland?
Cleveland, Ohio?
Cleveland
the
Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's a Cavaliers fan. He's whatever it is. So he's a big
Bengals.
sports.
He's a Bengals fan. I know
Cincinnati.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
I know football, at least.
After high school, he went to Bowling Green State University
Okay.
and graduated with a marketing degree. And right after graduation, he landed like this great job. And so this is a new chapter of his life. He's 22 years old, just graduated, just got a great marketing job, great pay. And it's July of 2014, and he's living his best life. And so him and his sister and his brother decide, you know what, Jason Aldean is coming into town. It's his Burning Down tour.
Oh, gosh.
And it's going to be a huge night in Cleveland. So they all get tickets, and they're going to go. Also playing with Jason Aldean, which this would have made me go, is Miranda Lambert's going to open up, Florida Georgia Line, and Tyler Farr.
I don't know that one, but I know the other ones.
And so obviously a good concert. So they go, and this concert is at Progressive Field in Cleveland. That's a Major League Baseball field there.
Okay.
The Guardians.
Indians?
No, that's what I thought too.
Oh,
but they're
but
the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, so Cory was going with his sister and his brother and some friends, and they were there, and they were just having a blast. What do you do at concerts? You sing, you drink, you dance.
Yeah.
You do. It's the concert life, right? This is a big, humongous venue, kind of like what our Ranger Stadium would be, or maybe like our AT&T Stadium. So about 9:30 that night, Cory decides that he's going to get up and go visit some other friends who's also at the concert near another section where they are.
Okay.
So Jason Aldean has not come on yet. So the main person has not come on, and it's in between sets. So he tells his siblings and his friends that he'll be right back. He's going to go talk to his other friends. So they didn't think anything about it until he didn't come back. He never came back. He didn't tell them exactly where he was going. But Jason Aldean came on, and Jason Aldean was playing, and Jason Aldean was over, and Cory never returned. They called him, and they texted him, and Cory never responded.
Oh.
And plus, you probably have bad reception in these big venues like that anyways, when there's thousands and thousands of people. So after the show, they searched everywhere in this concert venue for him. They looked anywhere that they could. They talked to security guards. They called him. They looked outside in the parking lot, like where they parked, and they couldn't find him anywhere. And so they were scared, but they weren't going to panic yet because he's grown. Maybe he just hooked up with his other friends and finished the concert with them and left with them. But the next morning, he did not show up. So he was reported missing that very next morning. And so what do the police usually do? They're like, they want to interview the family. Was he
a runaway?
Yeah. Did he have any reason to run away? How was his mental state? Did he have money problems? Was he sad? Did he have any enemies? Was he depressed? And so the family was like, no. Like everything was exciting. He just graduated college. He just landed his dream job. He had no money problems. He had no enemies. He hadn't dealt with any mental health issues. He was excited about this new chapter in his life.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors.
So it was so bizarre that the FBI immediately became involved.
Oh, wow.
I know. I feel like that never happens. So they go back to the venue, and they're combing the venue, the parking lot. They're looking over all their surveillance footage, and no sign of Cory or any of like Cory's shirt, Cory's wallet, Cory's hat, Cory's nothing of Cory or nothing sketched. Like there's no blood, there's no shoe, there's no sign of Cory, and he's not on any of the exits leaving. So they combed through every surveillance camera. So if he's not inside the venue, but he also wasn't seen leaving the venue, then where in the hell is he?
He left as Corleen.
Corleen? Did he transition while he was in there?
Yes.
Or he left on Marshall Applewhite's, beamed him up.
They would have at least seen the beam. He could have gone to the bathroom and put his Corleen outfit on and he's gone.
Put on his wig?
Yes.
Oh, so he disguised himself.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm back in the FBI.
Yeah. So when they were looking over footage, they didn't see anything that caught their eye. But they did discover that there's a lot of areas in this venue that were blind spots. So obviously you can't have cameras in every single location. But there were so many blind spots where something could have happened in an area and nobody would ever know about it because there would be no camera footage and there was no security guard standing guard around there. So they bring scent dogs, which is different from cadaver dogs, right? So I feel like they're really trying. They bring these scent dogs, to track his movements. So they started off to where he was sitting in the stadium and tried to see if they could follow his tracks, but there was they couldn't scent him. They couldn't smell him. And then they did an air search because there is a river right next to the stadium. And so they did an air search, like in a helicopter or drone, of the nearby river just to make sure there's nothing there, no body floating or something. But there was no sight of Cory anywhere. He literally evaporated. So they start questioning the building people, like the stadium people, and the security guards, and the vice president of the operations, and every single one of them were pointing fingers at somebody else. Oh, well, that's not my responsibility. Go talk to security people. Security people were like, nope, that's not me. Talk to the building people. Vice president was like, nope, talk to the president.
Oh, my.
They were like, nope, that's the tour people pulled up with that. Go talk to the concert people. So they really got no answers. Family were trying to do their part, and so they made all these missing person posters and put them up all over town, thousands and thousands and thousands. And they're just trying to get the word out online. There was articles out. They did Facebook messages Facebook posts, Twitter posts, Instagram posts about him missing, trying to reach anybody that was at the concert. Maybe they saw him. Maybe they were in the bathroom with him. Maybe somebody they described what he had on, right? Did you see anything sketchy? Did you see Cory? They're trying to get something because they had nothing. Well, a 911 phone call comes in 4 days later. Let's listen to it.
Well, this is Rick Hasselnick. I'm the manager of Lorain County Landfill. We were just off site, but one of our operators called us, and there's a dead body in the trash. I know someone come out and take a look at it.
Do you have an address?
43502 Oberlin, Elyria Road.
Don't touch anything, okay?
We stopped everything, no more trucks, nothing moving. They just noticed it.
Okay, 43502. I'm sorry, what's the street name?
Oberlin, Elyria Road.
Is it a man or a woman or no?
We don't know yet. I was off site. One of the operators called me. We're going to find out here in a little bit.
Are you in Oberlin? Are you in Carlisle or New Russia?
We're in New Russia.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's okay. If you're not that close to it, then stay away from it, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to be back at the site, but no one's going to touch anything.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So the 911 call came in. That phone call came in, and this was 4 days later. Now, they knew right off the bat that the remains did belong to Cory Barron because in his pocket was his wallet with his ID. His cash was still in his pocket, his credit cards. His tickets from the concert were still in his pocket. He was found in a dumpster that was removed from the concert venue, Progressive Field. So dumpster, don't picture like the dumpster that's like behind a HEB or something. It's like those big, gigantic ones that you put at a big location that the trucks have to come pick up and take to the landfill and dump. So one of those big old container ones, I guess.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the type of dumpster that he was in. So after this concert, the truck came, picked up the dumpster, took it to the landfill like it does after every concert, and when they were dumping it is when they found the body. But how did he get in the dumpster?
I don't know.
Now, the medical examiner did an autopsy, and it had been 4 days, and he'd been outside in the elements, so he was badly decomposed, so some of the tests were inconclusive. But they did get a cause of death, and it was multiple blunt impacts to the head, trunk, and extremities due to the fall down a trash chute into the dumpster. 5 stories, more than 50 feet down.
What? How did they find that out?
The manner of death is undetermined. So, cause of death, blunt impacts. Manner of death, undetermined.
So they don't know if he threw himself down it, is what they're saying.
Yeah. Did he die on impact, or did the injuries kill him before and he was stuffed down there? Like, we don't know. So it's not homicide, it's not accident, it's not anything. It's just undetermined.
Because I guess they don't. Because he could have. I guess if there's a trash chute, right?
Uh-huh.
They're saying they don't know if somebody else pushed him down the chute or if he just
put himself down the chute. Yeah. So they tried to get his blood alcohol content because, obviously people drink at these things, and they couldn't, his BAC couldn't be determined, but they did determine that there was alcohol in his system, but there were no drugs in his system. There's only one path in this whole building to the trash chute. One. And it's a small little room that contains a little window door that you raise up.
Mm-hmm.
And you just basically raise up this little window door thing. You throw your trash bag down there and you just close it. And you have to open up a door to go into this separate room to get in there. These doors are always locked. But this night it was not locked. So this trash chute was also very close to where they were sitting. Because remember how he left his friends?
Yeah, to go
see his friends. Well, he never made it to his friends. Did I say that? When they called the next morning, when they talked to the friends that night and the next morning, he actually never made it to his friends, or so his friends say, that they never saw him.
Oh, my gosh.
So in between him leaving his siblings and the trash chute, which was close to where he was sitting, he disappeared. What? Now, so what are you thinking now? Like, what do you think can happen? Or is happening? Or could have happened? I don't know.
I mean, I guess they can... Was there videos by the trash? I mean, they go... I don't know. Mm-mm. I have no idea.
No videos?
I'm out of the FBI again.
So... This may help. The trash chute, is 2 feet by 2 feet. Cory was 6'2.5" and 225 pounds. So that is a big body.
2 feet by 2 feet. That is not big.
No.
How could he even fit?
You would have to, it would be hard. Like, it's not like you couldn't, it's not like going down a slide and you just like easily slide down there. Like, you would have to be stuffed and pushed.
I would
think.
wonder if he I guess he was just tall. He wasn't like big.
He was. You look at his pictures, he looked full, like chunkier. Because
But he wouldn't have got
6'2",
stuck.
225. No,
Because I was like, if he
different.
like was trying to just go himself, he probably would have not hit as hard if he got like kind of stuck.
Yeah, or he probably would have went in feet first. Like if you were just, let me slide down to the trash can, like being drunk and funny, I would have slid down feet first.
Yeah,
not head first.
But so he was. He had to have been unconscious, and then they pushed him. Because he could. There was no way that he could. He didn't brace himself.
Yeah.
If the fall is what killed him, or right.
Yeah, we don't know. It was kind of undetermined.
He had to. I think he had to have been unconscious at the time he was
going down the chute.
Going down it. Because then, if you're limp, you have no way to,
One of his friends that was with him described him that night as extremely intoxicated. Oh. First of all, friend, this is not the time to bring that out. And that's all the investigators needed to rule this as an accidental fall. So I'm just I can't even think of a situation of where you would accidentally fall down a trash chute.
It's like that damn Cecil Hotel girl. How'd she end up in the town? Where did she end up? On the top of the hotel?
In water.
In that water sewage thing. That you would have to have climbed up the little ladder and somehow open the manhole and then get in.
Yeah.
Somebody obviously put you in there. Somebody obviously put this guy in. I don't know.
Yes.
If he doesn't have any mental, there was no reason.
Well, okay, and say you're drunk.
Somebody had to have something against there. I'm pissed.
Say you're drunk and like maybe you accidentally open up this door that should be locked and you think it's a bathroom. But as soon as you open it up, you're going to know that it's not a bathroom. And then you close it and you go find the bathroom. Right?
Clearly.
Yes. Okay.
Unless he thought all these other conspiracies coming out about Idaho and these underground tunnel systems and this little tiny door in the house. Maybe he was trying to just go to the next level. I don't know. He thought it was a tunnel system that would lead him to a whole new world. Turns out it was just the trash.
It was, no.
I'm backing that.
I can't even think of a way that you could accidentally go into this thing and fall. Mm-mm. So Jason Aldean did tweet about it. He said, "My sincere condolences to Cory Barron's family and friends. My heart is heavy for you all. You are in my thoughts and prayers." Now, the dad did comment later, like Cory's dad, and was like, yeah, we're grateful that Jason Aldean did, tweet about Cory, but we're kind of hoping that he would have, maybe done, a call to action. Like, if you saw anything, this is what he had on, post a picture of him, because they're posting everything that they can in Ohio, right? So it's only going to get to their audience. But Jason Aldean, the people there were most likely Jason Aldean fans and most likely follow him on social media. So just think of how many more of the people that were there would see his post and know what was really going on. Because if you flew back to Austin, Texas, you might not have known that something happened in Ohio.
No.
At the concert that you were at. Maybe, maybe not. So I agree. Jason Aldean could have done, had a call to action, or if you see any, did something.
Yeah.
But at least he did tweet about it. Just like he tweeted about the 60 people that got killed too. He did tweet about that. So one witness came forward, and this witness said that they saw a group of men urinating and spitting on someone outside the door, the trash chute door. And that they left their seats about the same time Cory left their seats. So these people sat near the same section that Cory sat near. They left around the same time Cory did. And they were seen peeing and spitting on somebody near the trash chute.
What? And none of this on video?
No, because remember the video, what they found out is there's too many holes in the video surveillance system. Another witness came forward and said that they remember seeing Cory in a heated conversation with another group of men. But it was never determined, was this the same group of men that were peeing on this person? So is this a different heated conversation, or is it a heated conversation with these people that were peeing on this person?
And why are they peeing on him?
Just drunken assholes, sounds like.
I would be real mad if somebody peed on me.
Yes, obviously. I mean,
some people like it.
Why would you just, yeah.
That's a whole nother kink we will not get into.
But even if you're just bullying, you're at a concert.
Yeah,
you're like inside a nice venue. Why
I know, and this guy's like
6'2"
and like big, so
they did say that
he was
Cory
jumped.
was a teddy bear. So he would not have. So even if Cory passed by and saw these people doing this to somebody else, sober Cory probably wouldn't have said anything because he's just not that type of person. But maybe drunk Cory would have. And so did that put Cory in the line of fire, I guess, because he interfered. Okay, so the investigators, the FBI, got with the venue, and they were like, we need to know who was sitting in these sections because we have witnesses that says something sketchy was going on, but we don't know who these people are. You don't have surveillance video. We need registration. We need to know their names and where they're at. And it's all there. Like, that's the good part about this is, like, everybody that was there had to register and pay to be there. Unless they got some free tickets, but still. So Live Nation, which was the registration system, they had to be subpoenaed in order to hand over the information. But once they got subpoenaed, they handed it over. So now they had names. These names were never released and so they wanted to call these people in to question them and give them a polygraph. But they didn't say a word, and they refused the polygraph.
As they should.
And that's it. Like, they had no evidence that they did something. They had no evidence that something sketchy was going on. So this is when it was officially ruled an accident, and the case was closed. Cory Barron's case was closed.
Oh, no.
So the family's pissed because they're just like, there's no way. He's too big. He would not have done it. Listen, if I ever get put down as trash chute, I was stuffed because I'm way too claustrophobic for that.
Same.
Way too. I picture it and I'm like, no way. No way. And you're big, and he's bigger.
It's like that kid who was stuffed in the gym mat.
Yes.
Kendrick.
Yeah. So
upside down. And they said he got in there.
Yeah. And rolled himself up in a perfect little burrito.
Yeah. Like,
no.
Bruh.
So the family was pissed. They were hurt. They were like, no way. So they hired a private investigator, and this investigator was doing this investigation.
Oh.
But for 4 years, the family fought and fought to have this case reopened and to possibly get the death certificate changed from undetermined to homicide. Because if it says homicide, then they got to investigate it. If it says undetermined, then all they got to do is close up the folder and file it and never look at it again, right? The family also and the private investigator, they also set up their own hotline. They were all DTF down to fine. They put out billboards. They had a $50,000 reward fund. And they were just trying to get any concert goers, get the attention of any concert goers that were there to anything that you might have saw. Like the littlest bitty of thing that you think is nothing could be something.
Yeah.
And so that's what we call, because there were so many people there, so many people sitting in that section. And then on the cameras that you could see, you can't see where that chute was, but you could see where that chute led to. Tons of people came in and out at this time that he would have been right there, and these people would have been pissing on people. Nobody came forward. So that's what we call the bystander effect. So you come out, say you got to pee during your concert, and you come out of your seat and you walk by and some people are beating up on this person, peeing on them, spitting on them. You might not say anything right now. You don't interfere then. But if it comes out that somebody was murdered that night, that's maybe when you make a phone call. Or you pass right by them and you go to a security guard and say, hey, right around that corner, there's somebody getting beat up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're saying the bystander effect is like people just stand by and know that something's going on, but they're just like, that ain't my business.
Which is compared to nowadays, the bystander effect is people pull out their phones and video it but they don't make a call. They don't call 911. They just video it.
But hell, that would at least help something.
That would have at least done something. Yeah.
So because of this hotline, because of these billboards, and because of this private investigator, one woman, somebody did call in and said that they remember seeing a woman in the vicinity of these men that were peeing and spitting on this person. So there was a woman. They couldn't tell if this woman was with them or just by them. And they described this woman as white, blonde, late 30s, early 40s, 5'8", with a homemade Miranda Lambert shirt on that said, I learned to drive that 55 just like a queen. It's from her Automatic song. So that's all we got. White woman, blonde hair, 5'8", Miranda Lambert, homemade shirt on. This is what it said. I learned to drive that 55 like a queen. And so now they put that new information out there. So the news reports.
What did they have to say about her? Where did she come from?
She was standing by the people that were pissing on the person.
Okay.
So they were like, at least if she comes forward, maybe she saw them or she knows them.
Oh my God.
This is somebody that we know, that we allegedly know was right there when some of the action was going on.
Yeah.
Can she identify that this person they were peeing on is Cory? So they're really not looking at this lady as like a suspect, but like, can this lady please come forward and tell us something?
That's another thing is if you are like a bystander and you do the after the fact go, I've not killed anyone, but I already feel nervous and guilty about doing that because I think it's just the fear
about
of
coming forward.
Yeah, because I'm like,
what if
they're
going to
frame me?
Too?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's just because of me and I'm jaded and I've done these stories so much that I would be like, oh, I must say nothing. I'm out of it. You know, I probably.
Oh yeah, you're probably the woman.
I'm the worst.
You're the woman in the Miranda Lambert shirt.
That was me.
Had on your blonde wig. You are 5'8". How old are you? How tall are you?
I jumped 5'11 3/4.
Just joking.
But I mean, if I saw a suspect of something, I would have no clue how to say, oh, well, he was about 5'10", 250. Like, I have no perception.
Yeah.
And words.
Well, this lady never came forward, and so the case was closed.
Okay, so this is a shout out. Well, are you done?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
But you can shout out.
Well, I was just gonna put a CTA, call to action.
Yeah, we will.
If you are the Ohio concert goer with the blonde hair, who was 5'8" with the big boobs and wearing, wait, she didn't have big boobs.
Blonde.
It just kind of fits. With the homemade Miranda Lambert t-shirt, and you saw these people peeing on this guy, you should probably call in.
Come forward.
Just you know what? You can just email us.
Yeah.
And we'll come forward for you. If you are afraid, like I would be, thinking it might be.
We still need them to talk to her.
Well, we'll get her to talk to us first, and then we'll be like, listen, we're working on solving this case, but we have a anonymous caller, an anonymous tip.
Caroline wants that $50,000 reward money.
I'm gonna need to go ahead. Let's get it up to at least 100.
Well, I want to help this sister because she has been very active about her brother's homicide. Here's some good news: is in 2022, so just last year, Cory's manner of death was switched from undetermined to homicide 8 years after the actual homicide.
Good. I'm still waiting for them to do that for the other one, the stabby girl.
Oh, yeah. So 8 years later, and they determined that those injuries, the head, the trunk, whatever else, extremities, happened before the fall. So somebody beat him, and then he was put down the chute, is what they're finally trying to say 8 years later.
I already knew that, and they didn't.
I don't know why it takes 8 years to do this. So the case has been reopened, but there are no new leads.
Well, we have to tell all of our Ohioans out there to get on it. I don't know what they can do, but they can do something. April, what can they do?
Well, we do have some theories.
Ooh.
The theories are that the drunk people were the ones who actually just beat him up, peed on him, and stuffed him down the thing. Another theory that has gone around is that it was an actual employee that only an employee would have known that the door would be unlocked, because it's always unlocked. I mean, it's always locked, but it was unlocked because it had been broken for a couple weeks.
Okay.
So that only an employee would know that the door would be unlocked, and so maybe this employee set him up or did it and stuffed him down the trash chute. And then the other theory that is not likely at all is that it's an accident. So there's really, unless y'all have any other theories, email us and tell us another theory. But it's either the drunk people, an employee, or an accident. But you can also go with somebody that he was with. So these friends that said that he never met up with them. Remember, he was leaving his siblings to go see these friends, and they were like, nope, never showed up. Do we know that for sure? So I would question them. And then I would question the friend that tried to say he was real drunk and drunk enough to do this. Like, why do you want to hurry up and make them believe that this could be accidental? This is not accidental.
I mean, did we go through his phones and text messages and see all of his stuff?
His phone was right there, yeah.
And there was nothing suspicious about people who wanted to.
He wasn't swiping right and going to have a quickie in the bathroom. There was nothing sketchy that would have came out in his life that would have tied him to anything, because the media in a second will bring out your sketchiness. right? Just to publish it. But no, nothing like that ever came out. And the truth is, multiple people a year fall to their death in a trash chute.
On
Multiple
purpose?
people. And it's ruled an accident. But are these murders that are ruled accidents until they're later corrected?
I don't know, but I don't even think I've ever seen a trash chute.
I know. I'm
So-
picturing it because
Well,
I've
now I
seen it
don't
in
want
a
to go
movie.
see one because I'm afraid I'm going to get pushed
I
down.
know. What if you just get dizzy and fall? I don't know.
I don't know. They need to lock those things to where I don't.
Well, and that's why it's supposed to be locked. So I'll go there too. So the family has sued
Yeah.
Progressive Field for wrongful death because they knew that trash chute door was actually broken for months. I said weeks.
And it was months.
And they're supposed to do basically an update and have all these security updates before they have big events like that for things like this. Because what if it was a little kid?
I just think it's the Jason Aldean curse, unfortunately.
It might be the Jason Aldean curse. So call to action. If you were in sections 468 and 570 at the Jason Aldean Burn It Down tour in July 18th of 2018, you can call Crime Stoppers or the Cleveland Homicide Department at 216-623-5464. Leave a tip, and if you know the bitch in the Miranda shirt, Miranda, I'm going to need you to twit about this.
Yeah, get to twitting.
Get to Xing.
Look at you knowing your things.
Mine is still not updated.
Well, it's probably your phone. You also don't have stickers, and I've been stickering it.
Stickers?
Bitch, please. I'm going to send you a sticker.
So July 18th, 2023 was 9 years, and his sister's name is Britta, and they were really, really close, so I just want to read her post. Time moves so fast in some ways, but slow in others. 9 years without Cory, 9 years as a family of 4 when it should be a family of 5, 9 years of pain. There's not a day, heck, most of the time, there's not an hour that goes by that I do not think of Cory or see something that makes me think of him. It's hard to picture what life would be like if he were still here. I imagine it would be much, much different in a lot of ways. One thing is for certain, I know it would be immeasurably more fun. It would be warmer, the world would be kinder, and without a doubt, life would be simply more beautiful. I pray every day that we continue to forward on path of finding and holding responsible the person or persons who murdered my brother, the people who stopped him from getting to live, to pursue any dream he had, the people that destroyed our family. We will not stop, and you better believe we will keep going. Here's to hope, here's to justice, here's to Cory Jean Barron. I miss you and I love you for eternity. And she just left the phone number to the department.
Oh my gosh.
Big sister. That's it. So that is Cory Barron, and I think the moral of the story is watch your back if you go to a Jason Aldean concert. Wear a bulletproof vest. Don't go to the bathroom.
Don't go to the bathroom. Pee your pants.
Just pee in your. Don't pee on anybody.
Don't pee on another person.
Yeah. And if you see something happening,
see something,
you don't
say
have to
something.
intervene. Yeah,
see something, say something.
You don't have to intervene.
I have to give myself these pep talks, April. I had to do that earlier today, and now I'm gonna do it again. See something, say something.
Yeah, see something, say something. At some point.
No, you need to say it right then.
To them. Say it to the
Well,
security guard.
say it to somebody.
Yeah, because you might end up.
And
down
don't
the
say
chute.
it to yourself or
You'd
your
fit
dog.
down the chute real easy.
Oh, I would fly. I would have fun. I would actually go on a trip down that chute. I'd be like, here we go. This is going to be fun. Like, I think it would be a nice.
And then I don't even know how going down a chute would kill you. Like, it's aluminum chute.
But if you are that's why I thought he was already either.
Yeah,
I don't know if he was dead, but he was definitely unconscious because that's why you're just completely limp. So, I mean, he could have been banging around. Maybe it takes a loop, a chute with a loop.
Yeah. So maybe
Or
it's the
if
shoulders.
it's like, does it go straight down? And how far down was it? 60 feet?
50 feet, so 5 stories.
And
so that
I
you
mean,
do-
there might not have been a lot of trash.
Yeah, you do create some inertia. Some inertia? What's it called when you go down?
Momentum? I don't know what STD you just mentioned.
And maybe he just hit the ground really, really hard. But I think he probably had some head trauma before. Goodness. So there's an unsolved one for you. Help us solve it. And I hope you like this story. And tune in next week for an all-new one. If you want to hear another Ohio story, go to Patreon because Caroline just dropped one.
What's up with Ohio? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think that's my first time going.
Wow. Well, you're about to go again.
All right. We will see y'all next week for an all-new episode. T-shirts, Dirty Chat T-shirts are here and they're ready. I'm picking them up tomorrow or at the beginning of the week. So if you ordered Dirty Chat T-shirt at the live show...
Hey, I'm Blair.
1,000 years
And I'm
later,
Brittany.
they're here.
We're the host of By the Cover Podcast.
We'll be contacting you.
We cover
about
everything from
We are
mysteries,
very responsible.
thrillers,
We love y'all.
romance, chick lit,
But we
and
didn't
even
pull
some
Dirty
smut.
Chat and steal your
Don't
money.
forget the smut. Yeah. We're so
Okay,
excited to get
we will
this
see
thing
y'all
going
next
and
week.
share
Don't
this
forget
with you
to
guys.
stay aware,
We've been
stay
talking
alive,
about this
and
for
always
months, and it's
VGTF.
finally
Goodbye.
happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure. You can find us on Instagram at @bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those two also.
And we are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
And you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not reading it.
It's
because I don't like reading.
Girls like cowboy butts, and those jeans don't hide anything. Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on RogueMediaNetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.